Hello, animators. Welcome back.
One of our awesome subscribers asked, can you teach us how to do a head turn? And you know what? That's a great question. So today, I am breaking it down step by step without wasting much of our time. So your head turn looks smooth, clean, and alive, even if you are a beginner. And if you are new on this channel, I post weekly animation tutorials down to animation tips every week. Subscribe so you can keep up with our weekly animation tutorials. Alright, let's make your character come alive with head turn. Before we begin, you need to know the major key poses of a head turn: the front view of the head, the right 3/4 view of the head, the left 3/4 view of the head. Combine these three and you have a head turn for your character. These are your anchor points. Once they are in place, you are good to go in giving head turn to your character. Now, let's head on to FlipaClip. Let me show you how to create these poses in a simple way. Now on FlipaClip, click on the plus sign to create a new project. For this project, we are naming it head turn. After that, we change our canvas size to YouTube 1080p. And moving forward, we leave the FPS at default one, which is 12 FPS. Then click on create project. Now, let's set up our character's head. Let's start simple. So you draw a basic head shape like a ball, circle to represent your character's head. And if you already have your character head, so all you need to do is to follow this process and your character is going to make that head turn. Now let's draw our character head. So what you do is take your brush and draw a circle. Now we have our character's head. The next process you're going to follow is to create a path for the head turn. So what you do is click on your layer and create a new layer for the path. So basically we're going to create a curve path on our character's head to give us that path for the head turn. So this is basically what you're going to do. Just create a path basically like this, quick illustration at the center of the head. So let's do that and create a path. So we've created a path at the center of our character's face. So this path will actually guide the head's direction as it turns. So once you have this, the next step you have to do is to enable your onion skin. Onion skin is actually your best friend for frame to frame consistency. So as it is, I have my onion skin enabled. All you need to do is to click to check and check. We have our basic head shape in place, and also we have our path in place. The next thing to do is to create our key poses, the front view and the 3/4 views. But before we get down into that, let me tell you this for free. Here is the mistake most beginners make. The face does not move with the head. No, what you have business with is the facial part, the eyes, the nose, the hair, the mouth. These are what you will move, that you shift slightly around the shape. That's why we have a part for you to move all these facial parts. Look at this example. Think of them wrapping around the sphere, as we have our part in sphere format, not a sliding flat. So with this, your animation will feel 3D and natural. Once we create this facial part, these are what we will shift. We will shift around this sphere as we have it. Now let's create our eyes, our nose, our hair, and our mouth on a different layer. So click on this layer part, click on the plus sign. This you have new layer for your facial parts. Now let's get down into that and create the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and the hair very quick. So guys, we have our facial part intact, and this represents our front view head. So now the next thing to do is to create the three-quarter view. As you have your facial part, your business is to shift the facial part. Once you are on the facial part layer, as we have it, we have our eyes in place, we have the nose in place, we have the mouth, and we have the ears. We do our business with the basic shape, which is the circle. We do our business in it, shifting it. What you have to shift is the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the hair. That's it to create your three-quarter view. So what you do now is to duplicate this frame, hold on to it, click on the copy sign, then you paste. Now you have a duplicated frame. So what you do now is to move your facial part. Firstly, this ear is no longer needed. We delete it. That's first. Secondly, this very eyes, you take it to the edge, and not only that, you resize it to be smaller than the other eyes. You get it? Now you take your nose. What you're gonna do to this nose is not that you're just going to move it and be like this. You're gonna turn it. You can turn your nose. And now for the other eyes, you take it to inside the vertical hack part, so to speak. And also you take your mouth, you bend it same way you bend the nose, and now to the hair, you shift it inside. So now you have your three-quarter view intact. You have your front view and you have your three-quarter view. So basically, once you flip this will give you your right three-quarter view. And now you can uncheck your onion skin. You can uncheck it. You can as well unview your part to see what you have. See, now you have a three-quarter view of your character, and you have a front view of your character. So now you can add color if you want to add more details to your character. Basically, this tutorial is to give you a simple way to make your character turn its head, and not a character design tutorial. So now let's match both the facial and the basic head shape together. We don't need the parts anymore, sorry. Delete. Now as you have this, you can duplicate. So once you alight it and you flip, now you can see that you have the right three-quarter view, you have the front view, and you have the left three-quarter view. So let's quickly add a basic body color and quick shadow to this character. Ta-da! We have our character transformed, colored, and painted so well. If you ask me, how do I go about this? I don't know. It's creativity. If you want me to design any character of your choice for you, I can do that. Feel free to DM on WhatsApp, but it's not free, but actually token that you can have for. Now we have our front view, we have our right three-quarter view, we have our left three-quarter view. Now is to give this character a proper and smooth head turn. What do we do now? We have to create a part. Which part am I talking about? Talking about hack part, which the head turn will follow as usual. So now you have to draw an hack part like this. in arc format so that you get this natural head tone, not that you have a flat part whereby it's going to be stiff and be robotic. No, you have to create arc parts just like this, as you can see vividly. Now with this, you can give your character a proper head tone. Arc is one of the principles of animation that you have to hold on to very well. You have to know it very well, because any movement which your character will be making have to be in arc movement. They have to be in arc movement and not just flat movement. Now let's copy this part to all the frames. So once you have your part intact, next thing you have to do is to adjust your character's head to blend with the part. Just highlight it. So now for the front view, for every head turn there will be a blink, high blink before a head turn. Even just try it. Want to turn your head, you have to blink your eyes before you make that head turn. So you have to give the front view a high blink. What you need is just close these eyes, close these eyes. So now let's take this front view to the starting point of our head turn, that is, take it to the front. Now you can duplicate. Now let's close these eyes. Just shade it with the color of the eye socket. Select the color and shade it real quick. Now we have the high blink for the character, very fast blink for the character because it's turning its head. So it's not yet over. So next thing, to give the fluidity, to give the flexible movement for this character, we have to add a squash, part of the principle of animation, squash and stretch. So as you can see for this board, you can see what I'm talking about, squash. So what you need is just highlight the head, select this, move it down and take it spread out a bit, and now adjust it back to the part, and that's it. You've given a squash, to this character. You can see this is squash, simple. So now next thing is to enable your honor skin in case it's not on, so that you can now go ahead with the head turn. So you highlight the head to match the part for the keep process. You see, the jaw have to be on the line. Good. Now take the front view as the head turn back. This one is not needed here, so you adjust this as well. You adjust this to be on the part. So you have your key poses set properly on the part. It's set properly on the part. Now this is the pro tip. To get a fast head turn, you have less frame. As you can see, this head turn as it is fast enough, and if you want a slow head turn, you have many in-betweens in it. Now as we have our key poses to get that smooth head turn, let's add few in-betweens. There's no much work to do here. The in-betweens basically is just for you to duplicate these frames, duplicate, So on this, just alight lightly and take your lasso tool to alight it and basically adjust slightly in position just for that smooth head turn. You get it? And also for this, you give it in betweens. So now if you play your animation, you can see you have a smooth head turn for your character, and if you want it slower, all you need to do, like I said, is to duplicate the frames. You can see now the the part is no longer needed. Just unview it or you delete it. We do have business with it since we already have ones we want for our head turn moving in arc movement, as you can see. So now once you cool with your animation, you save it. Click on the three dots here, click on make movie and save your project. And that is how you animate a head turn on FlipaClip. Big shout out to the subscriber who requested this tutorial. Thanks for your comment. And if you have a tutorial you want me to cover next, drop it in the comment section because your idea might be the next video I make. If this video helped you, like this video, subscribe, and remember, every week we are not just animating, we are animating smarter. And if you are still struggling drawing lip sync frame by frame, I've created a lip sync pack to make your animation easy and focus on flow rather than fixing. The link to the lip sync pack is in the description. Guys, I'll see you in the next tutorial. This is HB Toons Academy, your mobile animation channel. Learn, create, and enjoy.